I think by now pretty much everybody knows about the French Connection and the editing, the censoring, let's be honest, the censoring from, apparently it was Disney that did this because it affects, there's a line of dialogue that's been removed. It's an offensive line of dialogue. We'll talk about it in just a second, but it affects the digital version, the digital purchase version, the streaming version as seen on the Criterion channel, and theatrical screenings of it. So it looks like Criterion got their materials from Disney, who made this cut after they picked up the Fox catalog. So I woke up a couple of days ago and was looking at my news feed, and I had I saw some people posting about this. One of my friends Josh Jeb Cougar reached out to me, and he was like, look at this. And so I checked out the story, and I was like, well, I gotta share this. So I tweeted about it, linked to the original, what I believe was the original source of the story, and it went viral. It's the first time I've gone viral on Twitter. Over 6 million views on my tweets as of this recording 48 hours later. I got retweeted by Chris Miller, the co-writer of Across the Spider-Verse. So many people picked up on this story. Journalists, creators, filmmakers. Pretty much almost everybody is like, no, we don't censor art. Now, I've seen a few hot takes. I hope that those hot takes are just maybe uninformed. Basically, it was a line of offensive dialogue uttered by Gene Hackman to show us who his character is. It's an R-rated movie. It's for adults, and it's dealing with... I mean, the French Connection, like, I don't want to explain the French Connection to people. That line is not there by mistake. And I was hoping... I see this is 48 hours later. I was hoping that we would hear from Disney, or that we would hear from Criterion, or even William Friedkin, the director of the movie. I was hoping somebody would say something so I'd have more to talk about here in this video. That hasn't happened yet. As of this recording, that hasn't happened yet. So here we are. I want to talk about this because I'm seeing a lot of different interpretations of this. Most of them are saying, that's why we buy physical media. It is, but it's bigger than that. It's big. This is about censorship. This is about art. This is about the history that Disney in particular has of editing and censoring art and suppressing art. This is coming just a few weeks after the announcement that Disney is going to, or has plans to wipe away, it's over 50, several dozen films and television streaming series created for Disney Plus. Super controversial because it effectively eliminates those things from existence. But this is we now have a proven track record of Disney essentially not caring about the sanctity of the art itself. And I'm sorry, I do think that movies and television shows are art. Nobody sets out to make a bad... Even, you look at some of the schlockmeisters, right? Like even, it's like a Sam Katzman or somebody. They would say, it's not art. But the people that made those movies, that directed them and edited them and wrote them, they would say that it was art. Film is art. It reflects who we are. It's a mirror, both in good and bad ways. Disney now has a track record of censoring and editing our art. And it's not new. I posted a video on Twitter yesterday because I was like, what have I said about censorship in the past? And I found a video from 4 years ago with me and Bree, my wife, talking about Disney and censorship and Hulu and things that were happening on Disney Plus. Somebody told me yesterday, my friend Adam told me that Adventures in Babysitting has been edited on Disney Plus to remove the dialogue, don't with the babysitter. That's like the most famous line of that movie. That maybe nobody gets out of here without singing the blues. This is a pattern. So, physical media, I love physical media. There's hundreds and hundreds of videos on this channel talking about physical media. But to say, well, that's why we buy physical media, I feel like kind of misses a little bit of the point, because you want to think that the next pressing of The French Connection on Blu-ray is going to be uncut. I don't think that it will be. Even through all this, with the 6 million views on that tweet and with all the outrage on social media, I think Disney's just waiting for this to blow over. We'll see. Disney kind of does what Disney wants to do. We have sent a message, and I think that's more important. I said, look, physical media, like so many people were saying, well, I got my copy. That's great for you. It's not great for The French Connection. It's not great for William Friedkin. It's not great for the history of that movie as it continues Because the French Connection isn't frozen backwards in time. The French Connection continues to go with us through time. And if we're going to be continuing with an edited version, well, okay, so you have an uncut copy. That's great. What about everybody else? What about the following generations who have never seen the French Connection? The people who have seen this news and now can't find a copy of the French Connection because apparently it's sold out now. I think we sold it out. Now, I posted an Amazon affiliate link the day after this news went viral because I was like, well, people should be able to access it, and I want Serial at Midnight to be associated with this. So I posted an Amazon link for the French Connection. It's sold out everywhere. I want to tell you guys, I sold 6 copies through my affiliate link. So don't look at me as the bad, like, you're the one. No, I sold 6 copies through my link. So that's less than $1. But it does look like it's sold out everywhere, which means that Disney's going to probably have to repress the disc. So guess who gets the money for the French Connection? Disney, right? So I don't know that we're any better off for that situation unless they listen. And that's really what this comes down to, is that I think this is bigger than physical media. I think this is a conversation about the sanctity of art and about us saying, no, we do not accept edited, censored content. You know, this is so much bigger. It's so much bigger than physical media. And I want to remind people, we're the customers. They don't exist. These companies, Disney does not exist without us. If you stop going to Disney World, if you don't subscribe to Disney Plus, if you stop buying Disney products, Disney goes away. Now, it would take an awful lot of us to do that. And I'm not even saying that that's what we should do. I'm not calling for a boycott. I like Disney. Like, Disney created some of the best memory. Disney World, like my family at Disney World, I have such fond memories of that. However, we do vote with our wallets. And we are the customer, and Disney serves us. It's not the other way around. They are not this entity that can do whatever they want to do. And we saw that with Bob Chapek being replaced by Bob Iger again. Bob Iger was the guy for so long, then Chapek comes in, then Bob Iger's back, right? Trying to clean up the mess. This gushing loss, you know, the huge sums of money that they're losing on, like, pretty much on a daily basis. They need us. So we need to make our voices heard. And I think we have. I think a lot of people have seen what's happening here and said, no, this is too far. This is not okay. Stop censoring our art. Stop editing our art. They thought we wouldn't notice, is the thing. That's what it comes down to. And, you know, I see when companies like Warner Brothers puts out like a Tex Avery collection or something, and they have a card at the beginning of the presentation that says, you know, the views in these cartoons they were wrong then, they're wrong now. Basically, the CYA disclaimer. A lot of people, when I talk about those, a lot of people get really furious about those. Wouldn't we rather have that than have this edited dialogue that was done secretly, without an announcement, without a notification, without a card? Wouldn't we rather have that? Because that lets Disney or any other company have their cake and eat it too. Because they get to say, hey, you get this thing uncut, right? But hey, we just want you to know, it doesn't reflect us. It's covering everybody. It serves everybody. I'd rather have that. But we didn't get that. We just got a silent, secret edit. And here we are. So I don't know what the takeaway from this is. I sure wish we could hear from Friedkin or Disney or Criterion. I don't think Criterion knew. I have to imagine that these companies take the assets that they're given by the parent company. You have to be awfully familiar with the French Connection to know what's there and what's missing. I don't know if they even saw it. I don't think that they willingly, I don't think they cut it themselves, and I don't think they were complicit in the editing of the French Connection themselves. I think this was just something that a corporation did silently and hoped that nobody would notice, thinking they were making the world, thinking they were making the world a better place. I don't even think that's what it's about. I think it's about avoiding outrage. I think it's about avoiding negative press on social media. I don't actually think that corporations have a political leaning. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, Disney's super liberal. There's evidence to the contrary, including what we're talking about right now. I think that companies serve the god of the dollar, and anything that interferes with the progress and the accumulation of the dollar, such as bad PR, has to go away for a little while. We see it over and over. It's not about politics. It's about making money. I think that's what this was about. This is a potential, like, bad PR on social media. I don't know. I have no answers. I'm just watching what's going on and hoping that Disney does the right thing, that they step back, that maybe they can say, oh, it was a mistake. We didn't mean this, somehow got lost. This was meant for some other platform, whatever. We want our movies uncut. I know you guys do too. That is why we buy physical media, but it's not a guarantee for physical media tomorrow for future pressings. So again, the conversation needs to be bigger than that. I know you're with me. I know you're I know you're picking up what I'm laying down. Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. Please subscribe to this channel. If you want to follow Serial at Midnight on Twitter so you don't miss any of these, hey, these 6 million views on my tweets, please do subscribe to Serial at Midnight on Twitter. It's at CerealAtMidnite. I'm also on Instagram. I try to post things constantly there. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. Take care until next time. I will catch you. What is this? I will catch you later.